The Spring Carnival is now more than just a couple of million-dollar race meetings. Victorian Premier Jeff Kennett.
And we get the opportunity in 6 weeks, not only through racing, but through the arts and culture, garden shows, entertainment, our food, our wine, to really open up this city through its hospitality, its friendliness, to position us commercially for the next year or the next 20. So every one of these seasons, each year, is terribly important.
According to VRC racing manager Les Benton, the interest from overseas trainers in races other than the Melbourne Cup is growing.
In time, the Victoria will probably have to build a special area for quarantine. I think that we'll have horses competing in the Caulfield Cup, the Linlithgow Stakes, the Salinger Stakes, those type of races, because after each meeting in England during June, July and August, people talk about the Melbourne Cup, the Spring Racing Carnival.
Officials expect this year's Spring Carnival to be the best yet. It will be, if you can find a winner.
Do you get caught up in the racing yourself over the Spring Carnival?
I get caught up in the racing, and I hope this year, for the first year, I win.
Thank you, Mr. Premier.
But it would be the first time.
Jeff's a winner. And finally, Australia are through to the semi-final of the Rugby League World Cup.
Such a brilliant year, the Spring Carnival campaign of Sydney's leading trainer Gai Waterhouse was always going to be greeted with great anticipation in Melbourne. But when acclaimed sprinter All Our Mob defied conventional wisdom to last the distance and win the Turnbull Stakes last weekend, the level of interest raised considerably. Waterhouse has been the centre of media attention this week. Kate joined the masses following her every move and met the team behind the woman behind the hat.
And the light is on, they're off and running now. Doremus bounds quickly down.
It was this race that got the ball rolling.
And All Our Mob's hit the front. The Newmarket winner, All Our Mob, skips away, has got the Turnbull one now from Sir Kingy and Doremus, and All Our Mob wins 2 lengths.
The result surprised everybody, even the jockey.
Before the race, I really only thought he had a rough chance in the race, but he's such a great little horse, and he was well trained for the day.
For the trainer, there was no surprise. It seems she'd faxed her connections before the race, describing him as an outstanding each-way bet. Faith in her charges is not something Gai Waterhouse lacks. In fact, she's brimming with enthusiasm for just about everything.
The one racing. Okay, see you, Des. See you, Dad. Okay.
And while Sydney may have grown accustomed to her ways, she's still very much the novelty in Melbourne, as Melbourne is a novelty for her.
I love being down in Melbourne. I said to my husband before we came, I said, I can't wait to come down to Melbourne.
Her presence at track work on Thursday, with the media swarming around her like bees to a honeypot, raised more than the odd eyebrow.
Gai's is a very Sydney style. It's you know, she's very media conscious, and she seeks media attention. We're a different style. We're a bit more like Hayes, I guess. We're a Melbourne style. We don't seek that much attention, but that's just the difference in styles.
There's no denying Waterhouse is different. For a start, she's the only one in the trainer's box wearing lipstick.
Okay, Eunice, don't let Shane go in. Go and get him, please.
And if her methods appear unorthodox, the fact no one can dispute is that they work. Who are you most confident about for this Spring Carnival?
I'm confident about all the horses I have here. Every horse I've bought, I've thought very long and hard about bringing them to Melbourne, and they've all come with a task, and each of them are very, very fit to carry out that task.
Yes, that's the thing. I mean, is that really one of your philosophies, that you only will put in a horse that's totally prepared for the task at hand?
Very much so. I very sort of concentrate very much on the programming of my horses, and when they go into a race, they go in my opinion, with a winning chance.
Assisting Waterhouse on this, her largest and boldest campaign in 3 years as a trainer, a tight-knit team of faithfuls.
We've got 8 now, and there might be some more.
Veteran Melbourne foreman Darcy Christie has had a long association with Waterhouse. He began working for her father, Tommy Smith, 40 years ago, when Gai was only 1. You've had some great champions under your care.
I'd like to get them again. Yeah, and Tulloch, Gunsend, Kingston Town, all great horses.
And according to Christie, the routine is pretty much the same with this new batch and new trainer.
Gai might be a little bit different, but she's got a bit of the old man there.
Gai might feel different towards it, but I feel like she's like a daughter to me.
Eunice Falkender is another long-term employee after 7 years with TJ and 3 with Gai. And the grandmother of 5, one of whom works as a strapper for Waterhouse, kindly introduced us to her friends.
This is all our mob. This is
Few are chosen.
He's from New Zealand.
Juggler.
Isn't he a lovely head?
Prataras Bay.
Doesn't he look just great? He's the Melbourne Cup horse too.
Electronic.
She's a great little mare. And as you notice, they're all so quiet in their boxes. But, come on, sweetheart. There. Here's someone to see you. And we haven't got a headstall, but never mind. Come on, round you come. Round you come. Come on, that's a girl. Round you come. That's my girl. Come on, sweetheart. Stony Bay is still my favourite. He's a real little bulldog, this one. There, oh, that's a beautiful shot there of him. Stony.
And yesterday, Stony Bay was the first to set off for Caulfield. The 4-year-old gelding's task, a win in the Caulfield Stakes.
He's a great horse at weight for age, and he loves 2,000 metres. He's got a wonderful turn of foot where he can explode away, leads all the way, and then he sort of shows them a clean pair of heels. If he does get the invitation, he'll go to Japan, and he'll run in the Cox Plate beforehand. If he doesn't, he'll go into the Melbourne Cup, and definitely be a hard horse to beat. The track's not that bad, is it?
No, that's what
See, that's the thing.
Not bad.
Everyone's going on about the track. It's not bad.
Not bad.
Turn they race. Pearl Prince outside Stony Bay. Right behind them is Damewin, waiting for that run. Mr. Marconi further out as they race towards the 300-metre mark, and Damewin gets the run, drives through to Mr. Marconi. Donor further out from Starstruck. No Jean, but Donor on the inside. Damewin clear. Mr. Marconi after it was Starstruck, and it's all in fun with a late run. Damewin in front of it's all in fun, and Damewin just on a length in the run to the line.
We were disappointed, but you know, as I said to the owners, we're not used to being any further back than second or third. Now we've just got to let the dust settle and have a look and see where we're going to go from today.
And would you still expect an invitation to the Japan Cup?
Well, it depends. You know, he's certainly one of the horses they're very seriously thinking. Probably his lordship here that won the race today might get the Guernsey. But you know, we've got the Melbourne Cup. It's been our 2 options.
And you got the final race this afternoon.
Exactly.
A few are chosen already with Zero Limit and Darcher. Prataras Bay goes up.
Here in the Quick Ease Stakes over 2,400 metres, Electronic, Prataras Bay and Few are Chosen would be put to the test.
Third from Toil and Darcher pushed up in the middle. 2 further back, Zero Limit running 6th out of the straight. Oh, a bit of trouble there. Electronic was in trouble. Bullwinkle got the back wash ahead, and Darcher followed further back by Blivig out wider, running down to the 200-metre mark up on the inside. Few are Chosen grabbing Toll Bell. Zero Limit wider out. Coming at them in the middle now is Unsold. Unsold and Few are Chosen fighting it out. Unsold, Few are Chosen. Unsold, Few are Chosen. Oh, great go. Unsold, Few are Chosen, not sure.
Electronic almost came unstuck and finished 7th. Favourite Prataras Bay was shut in, but still finished 5th, while Few are Chosen, the least likely of the trio, finished in a photo.
Well, did you expect that?
Actually, I did. I was quite confident he was going to put in a fantastic performance today.
Yeah, you know him very well.
Yeah.
And so you think this augurs well for the rest of the carnival?
Well, the further the distance, the better he'll go. He'll just keep improving from here on in.
So you fancy him for the Cup?
Oh, definitely.
I've come with a task at hand, and I think that when we leave after the first Tuesday in November, people will know we've been and gone.
Kate's Story with Gai Waterhouse is a really big racing segment coming up later in the program with a full panel and a look at the major races from Caulfield yesterday. After the break, Jim Wilson's interview with Steve Waugh.
Oh, I've had work with